Hello, welcome back to Below Harvest Vintage Toys. On today's video I'm going to be talking about custom playsets. So as you know, I've got the Jabba the Hutt playset and I'm after the diorama that the Vintage Collection are doing. I can't get them over here for some reason. They are in the US reduced quite a lot, but it's the shipping for me, and we've talked about that before. We're not going to talk about that today. What we're going to be talking about is I'm going to show you a few pictures of some custom dioramas I found in an article. So here we go. So you can see it's a issue dated November 20th 1978, and it's Woman's Day, an American magazine, obviously, because it says $1, and it's the Outer Space Station. The complete directions are to build all the areas of the Outer Space Station, a Woman's Day workshop design you can construct for hours of fantasy play in the world of science fiction. And how cool does that look? Look at that, look at the haircut of the kids, by the way. But can you imagine building that? I mean, even trying to do it these days would be epic. So we go with the colour version of it, of the inside. Again, that is just outstanding. It looks like it's woodwork, and I don't know if it's perspex or glass, but it's just, how great would that be to have that as a kid? I mean, there's all the designs for it, but there's no building instructions. We'll break it down into parts, because there's a few different pictures there you can see at the bottom of the page, but it looks like there's been broken up into sections. You're going to have to be a total engineer to build this. I wonder if anybody actually did build it, but that would have been just so awesome back in the day. I'd love it now, to be honest with you. So we're going to break it down into sections of each part of the build. As you can see here, we've got Luke, Chewie, 3PO, all in like a ours is layered there as well, all in a little habitat. It looks like a shopping mall. And there's Han in the elevator. I don't know what those balls are on that trolley thing. And there's even R2-D2 struggling to get up the stairs there. You think that he'd gone in the elevator with Han? Maybe Han told him not to. Yeah, it's like that, Han, isn't it? So next picture we have is Jawas and Stormtroopers. And Vader without his cape. I don't know what's going on there. I think that the Stormtroopers must be looking for the rebels, are looking for the Jawas to slaughter. Oh dear. On the outside of it, it looks like a very basic construction with the wooden strips at the top. But then there's the stairs as well. I don't... How was this in a woman's magazine? I mean, not for 1 minute I'm trying to be derogatory to women. It's just that it's not the kind of thing you'd see in a women's magazine. It's probably in a bloke's... I mean, these days it'd be in a bloke's magazine. Or, I don't know what kind of magazine it'd be in today, to be honest with you. A woodworking magazine? I don't know. Or even a sci-fi magazine. It definitely wouldn't be in a woman's magazine, put it that way. So next up we have it seems like a meeting place. And these are all constructed separately. It looks like a plywood to me. I'm not a real wood expert, MDF probably. And it's all painted white, and it's really intricate. And it's not something I'd love to have a go at it, put it that way. But the end product will be brilliant. But all the hard work to go into it. Is there anybody out there that's got customs like this? I'd like to see your pictures. I definitely would. I know there's some great customs out there. Next up we have the favourite bit of this first section I'm going to show you. Look at that, the Jawas, the poor Jawas on a conveyor belt, and Obi-Wan's just watching them. I don't know if he's trying to rescue I don't know what he's doing. He's just watching them, and R2-D2 and 3PO in the background. Now that looks like it's on a wind mechanism. The engineering on that must be really complicated, I would have thought. I know it's just going to be like a crank system, but you've got to get the conveyor belt right. I just think the engineering on that's overcomplicated for somebody. Just making this, I mean, out of wood. Even Kenner and palitoy were making playsets out of cardboard in those days. Kenner wasn't making these things like this. They could have done. I'm sure these got sent into Kenner. I'm sure they got shown at Kenner, and they had maybe a few ideas from these. But it just baffles me that this is just so complicated, and maybe it's a thing of its time. Maybe people had more time in their hands back then, and more skilled, more woodworkers, carpenters. But all those vinyl cape Jawas though, look at all those vinyl cape Jawas. That's the whole issue. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 vinyl cape Jawas, and you just put them on a treadmill. It just baffles me how they got hold of all those Jawas, and they just went out and just bought a load of Jawas, and that's probably where they all are. And this magazine didn't just stick with Star Wars. They did it a couple of years later with the Empire Strikes Back playsets. Now these look better. These look a lot better. The Hoth playsets. Again, we have a number of them. I'm just going to go quickly through a few of them. That's the Rebel base, obviously. It's got a little snow speeder there, little die-cast snow speeder. But again, they've got just so many figures. So many. They've just gone out and just bought a shed load of figures. I can see just a Slave 1 there, diecast Slave 1 on Hoth. So obviously they've gone out and got some diecast. Go get some diecast vehicles and some figures and things, so we can mock up this playset. And there's this this spin look there with his lightsaber. I'd be Chad cold there, I would have thought. A lot of Rebel soldiers, one falling through the ice there, and I don't know what R2's doing there, edge of that pole, but it's going to look like it's going to fall in. There's actually Bespin layer as well. I just noticed that instead of Hoth layer. Obviously, those came out pre to the Hoth ones. But next up, we have again a different angle on that one, but as you can see, this one has a personnel launcher. And I don't think it's an actual launcher. I think it's just like a trampoline where you just drop your figures onto it and they bounce up. That looks like what it looks like to me anyway. The next photo is the same photo again. It's the Hoth Rebel base, but as you can see in the picture, there is a die-cast Millennium Falcon, which is tiny compared with Han and Chewie trying to fix it. I don't think you're going to fix it there. Again, there's a lot of rebel soldiers, and they're just mingling with the stormtroopers. What it says at the bottom is a bracket that fits Luke's feet, suspends him upside down. Number 1, in the cave of the fearsome ice creature. A personal launcher 2 is made from a bouncy piece of rubber glove stretched over an embroidered hoop. Told you, didn't I? It's just a trampoline. So the next picture we have is the last one, unfortunately, and it's probably the most amazing one. It's meant to be Dagobah. Yeah, it looks a lot more like Mustafa, I know. But there's Yoda in his hut they've made up there, and there's a volcano in the background, so it could be classed as both. I don't know. It might be the through where the tree leads to Mustafa. Foreshadowing. There's R2-D2 falling into the what looks like green swamp slime. I don't know what it is. I think there's Walrus Man there as well. I don't know what Walrus Man is doing on Dagobah, but never mind. But it's pretty amazing. It's got a nice backdrop as well, which is makes it look more volcanic than a swamp planet. But again, amazing, and even today, by today's standards, that is a really good diorama. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that little look in back in the good old days where he used to build his own dioramas. I know that a lot of people do now. If you've got any dioramas, please send them in. Send me some pictures of them. I'd love to see them. If you ever built any of these, or if you can find anything like this related to Star Wars back in the day, in old women's magazines, in any magazines, in newspapers, articles, anything like that, let me know. Send them over to me. Put it in the comments. You can hit me up on Twitter, or just go onto the live streams at night, and we'll talk about it. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it. I'd like to find out more of these things and share them with you. So please subscribe and like my videos. I really appreciate it. And may the toys be with you.